Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. What's up, Brandon? How's life?
Life is busy. I hate it. Why do we have to have jobs? Why do we have to be part of this capitalistic hellspace? I just can't anymore.
Money is kind of horrible. I kind of hate it.
Why is everything so expensive?
It's my number one stressor. I feel like people who don't think about money all the time, how? You must have a really well-paying job.
I have a well-paying job, and I'm still like, how am I going to pay all my bills?
Then you don't have a well-paying job, Brandon. I'm sorry to break it to you.
I have a better paying job than most Americans, unfortunately.
Yeah, and most Americans are struggling.
Ugh.
The people who aren't struggling, I'm like, how are you not struggling? Anyways, we're just trying to keep it real.
Well, I did see this TikTok where they were talking about that study that was like, how much money do you need to actually like not be miserable? And it was in 2010.
It was over $100,000.
No, it was $75,000. And
now it's over $100,000.
No, it's over $500. It's $550,000 for inflation.
Oh my God. What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. Be miserable until we die.
It's horrible. Anyways, we're talking about prayer plans because we need a prayer.
Life is a mystery.
When I figured out what that song was actually about.
Okay, you were there when I figured it out, and it was this year.
Now it's all I think about. Down on my knees. You know, she is. She's down on her knees. Cease, come here. We're talking about prayer plans. Your favorite. Oh, yeah. You know, it's going to be a good one. She's like scratching the couch, getting ready to get up here. Hello.
Cease.
She's got attitude today.
Cease.
Nope. Oh my God.
We're not getting on the soundboard today.
She was really going for it. She's like not in the mood to talk anymore. Hello. Anyways, y'all. So we're talking about prayer plants for a couple reasons. Not really a couple reasons.
Oh,
what are you doing?
I was pulling up a review for the end, and then I pressed play.
Oh, you're a mess.
It's a disaster. Anyway, prayer plants are the best, in my opinion.
They are? You love them?
Yeah.
They're kind of really cool, and I think they're a little bit... I think that people shit on them too much. There are much harder plants than these guys.
They get wrangled in.
They get a bad rap. You know, I think that they're easier than like begonias. I think they're easier than ferns. You know?
Better than a begonia, better than a fern, in my opinion.
So when I say prayer plant, I feel like a lot of people just think calathea, which is kind of crazy because technically prayer plant encompasses marantas to me. But it technically, Maranta itself is the family. Marantaceae is a big family. I think I wrote down how many. I think there's like 31, containing 31 genera and over 530 species.
Oh, I thought you were going to say there were only 31 species. I was like, oh.
Mm-mm. So the Maranta family contains a lot of different genera, including what we know as Marantas, Stromanthes, and Calatheas. So kind of jumbled in together as prayer plants. I think that Calatheas are the hardest when you think about those two or those three. I think Marantas are the easiest, and Stromanthes are kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Is how I feel about it. I mean, to me, they're all spider mite magnets, as we know. So fun. But I think what's great about them is you can like propagate the Marantas really easily. You can separate Calatheas and Stromanthes. They're, I believe you call them rhizomatous.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like my rattlesnake calathea, it's like a disc, like a big disc under the soil.
Mm-hmm. And then it's just boop, 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 popping out more babies. So if it gets really bald, you know, I cut mine back a lot. I propagate mine a lot. It just keeps shooting out new growth. You know, it doesn't. You don't have to wait for it to shoot out new growth from where you cut it. It'll just come right out of the soil. It's just going to keep going.
Well, I have a couple towering philodendrons that I've cut. My orange marmalade, and then one other one, Mexicanum, I think. No, not the Mexicanum. Two of them, different, whatever. Anyway, I chopped them with plenty of nodes. They've never grown more. They have like 5 leaves, they just stopped growing.
The fuck?
I said, this is where we end.
Rude.
Where prayer plants don't do that.
Yeah, prayer plants just keep going. I mean, it could die back almost completely or just completely in general. As long as the roots are okay and it's all good under there, it's going to keep growing, whether you want it to or not. I have to, for a lot of my Marantas, I have to repot them like kind of often.
Yeah.
If I don't want it to be like...
They consume soil.
Yeah, they'll take over the pot. And if I want it to kind of like lay out more flat or just keep like growing, like a nice little ground cover plant.
God, that one used to be so beautiful. I got it here when I visited Minnesota before I lived here. I got it from Tongadale, and it was the most gorgeous little prayer plant. And now it's like...
Your little lemon lime baby.
It's like 5th time starting over. I'm like, ugh.
I miss mine. Not to sound like a pretentious bitch, but now I just have like the fancier Marantas. I don't have my like normal ones anymore.
I don't like the red Marantas.
I don't really love them. They tend to not look great. I feel like they look
dirty.
they look dusty, musty, crusty.
Like, I'm like, I can't keep you clean.
I think that they are definitely more of a spider mite magnet than the other ones. Just nasty. But I have spider mites on mine all the time anyways. I clean them all the time. I shove little beneficial bug packets in them. I try my best. I mean, they haven't been overcome with spider mites. It's really like a daily battle.
I feel like it's because they grow so fast that like they're putting out new leaves that are just like totally healthy. And you're like, oh, I don't have spider mites anymore.
Yeah, and it's really like the stuff underneath, the really full parts of it. I actually, some of mine, my big like, okay, do you remember Steve Leaves sent me like 2 black Marantas?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, give one to Sam. And Sam was like, I'm going to kill that. Please keep it. So I threw them in one pot together. It got pretty big, and I actually separated a good chunk or 2 off of it. And still those 2 pots are just growing so fast. And I actually have them, instead of having them sitting out because they are like still small enough to be sitting in a cabinet, and then a couple of them are in the grow tents. They grow like a weed when they're actually given.
You basically are a Maranta farmer.
I have my little.
You need
Maranta
fields.
farm.
You need like a full acre.
They grow so fast, I can just get them right out. I'm just like, bloop, just sell them right away. So a lot of my Marantas have because people are going to be in my DMs like, can I buy one? Probably not. I don't ship things usually, unless you're like buying a little wholesale order from me. I'll ship a bunch of plants to you, but one little plant, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
You got to be local for that. You got to pick it up yourself.
Yeah, come get it. People don't usually want to come to my neighborhood anyways, but yeah, just come pick it up. We can do a little porch pickup situation. Easy peasy.
PPU.
But anyways, I love them. I love my Marantas, but let's go into some just like notable species of Calathea. I feel like a lot of people think of the orbifolia right away.
The orbifolia was not a very big one, I feel like, when we were kind of like coming into plants.
They're a little bit harder to find, and now when I see them, they're massive.
Yeah, and they're everywhere. I'm like, you don't really, I feel like a lot of times you don't really see other Calatheas. Like, remember white fusions were everywhere for a while?
Now they have the yellow fusions.
And now it's like they're not out.
You have to be somewhere that has like a lot, like Tongadale. You'll have, like locally for us, Tongadale, you can always go there and find like a crap ton of Calatheas, Marantas, whatever. A little hit or miss on the Stromanthes. Usually they just have the trio stars in a couple sizes, maybe. Do you remember when you were looking for a big fat one? Is that where you bought one there?
Yeah, you were there with me when I got it, and now it's just struggling. Struggling.
Are you going to chuck it outside again?
Yeah, I mean, it's where it should be normally, but unfortunately it's freezing cold all night.
I like the Ornata, the little pinstripe one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that makes a little good gift plant. It's just cute. The medallion is apparently a really easy one. That's like the one that has like the really big leaves.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one that I see most often that people have like really mature. And then I'm not sure how you feel about the Rosie and the Dottie. Those are the really pink ones with the round leaves.
The Dottie I have issues with that.
I feel like I'm going to want to try a lot of these plants again now that I am more appreciative of plants. I'm a little bit better about not letting things dry out completely, especially if I get bigger plants. If it can be in a bigger pot, it's not going to dry out as fast. It's a little easier for me to care for, but I don't have the room for bigger plants. That's my problem.
Literally. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't even imagine bringing one more plant on board. And
Where would you put it?
I even put up a new grow light next to the fish tank to like have that area by my TV, like for plants. I put a couple there. They're more could fit, but I'm like, I don't know if I want them. I got to get rid of some of these bad boys first.
We were just looking up some stromathes because I feel like it's usually just the trio star that we see, and then the plain green.
And sometime
one.
the magic.
Yeah, the magic star. That's the one that I have. But then I keep seeing this horticolor one. It looks kind of like a light green, nice splashy. Kind of looks like a mix between both, like all the stromathes. And then we just looked up and saw one called Charlie, Stromanthe Charlie, only on a couple websites, but. I don't know. I'm kind of interested. I just think this is the thing. This is why I want to talk about like the aroid craze kind of getting pushed out because there's so many other plants out there that are so cool.
I think it's interesting to see which plants come in and out that are like I feel like aroids are, in my opinion, the easiest to take care of. So I think they'll always be a staple. But it's interesting now to see that the plant craze has like died down a bit. Like the people who are still into it and the people who are still like pushing it, like where they're going with it.
Mm-hmm. It's even like some plants have like cycled out because a lot of plant shops can't keep every plant in. They're kind of trying to follow the trends. So stuff that was trendy like 2 years ago or even a year ago. Like I'm not seeing a lot of string of hearts anymore in plant shops like I was. You know, it's hard to like a silver glory. If you wanted to go find a silver glory string of hearts, where would you go? I don't know. I haven't seen them. So just random stuff like that. I think plants like that were expensive and trendy like at the beginning of the pandemic that weren't aroids, I think are going to be expensive again because people can't find them once again. Even like I just posted about, it's still an aroid, the El Chaco Red that got renamed to Rubra Juvenile. El Chaco Red is like nowhere. No one talks about it. I feel like people don't post about it.
Mm-hmm. And it used to be like a huge one.
Yeah, that was the plant to have. People out of all the like velvety philodendrons, people wanted the El Chaco Red, and then now I'm not seeing them. And I posted on my story about it, and some people replied, and they're like, "Yeah, I've actually been looking for one for over a year. I can't find one." And they don't want to import because they don't ship well.
No, I like the thought of importing philodendrons. I'm never again.
Oh, but Marantas. There's a good handful of Marantas. I feel like there's the most of like Calatheas. There's so many damn Calatheas.
Yeah.
But Marantas.
And I will say Calatheas are cool. Like if they weren't so hard to take care of, I would.
They
like
are
them.
beautiful. They're beautiful.
But I just can't. I don't have the patience. I'm inconvenienced too easily.
So there's like the normal lemon lime that we were talking about, and the red one.
Well, I think the red is the most common.
Mm-hmm.
I see it the most. But I also, the lemon lime, when I got it, it was in 2020. And it phased out for a while, but now I'm seeing it again.
Oh, yeah. When we get them a lot at PQ, and they grow like a weed. They're so easy. They bounce back a lot easier from being like underwatered. Like I can let them dry out completely and then give it a good soak, and they perk up in like an hour or two.
Obviously, mine was dry for a few weeks at a time.
I forget what they call just like the green one, but sometimes they call it the rabbit's foot Maranta because it has those like little like dots on it. And then the variegated one, which is now being called Beauty Kim. You haven't seen that label?
No.
That's like, the variegated one that you have that I pointed out. It's labeled as Beauty Kim everywhere.
You take in so much more information than I do. My brain is just so full to the brim.
I think because plants are one of my only special interests, and I don't think I've been this deep in a special interest before. Yeah. But I don't know, it's kind of crazy. But then there's the silver band, the black one. I have both of those. They're beautiful. The black one is stunning. If you're thinking about getting it, I know they're kind of expensive, but they are really stunning. But I want the stupid light veins, the Maranta light veins. Can I get a Maranta light veins, please?
Which one's the light veins?
I share it all the time.
I know you do, but I am so bad.
Well, it's in my saved. I could find it really quickly for you. But that one, just like the other Stromanthe that I showed you too, I cannot find them in the U.S. like anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have seen you post
it's like
that one.
Just like the rabbit's foot, but it's stripy. It's really stripy and cute, and I want it. Where can I find it? Let me know. Just give me cutting. Just cutting. Just give me something, and I'll cut anything for you. Just let me know. Thank you. Let's talk about the care of all these plants. I mean, I feel like it's a little... They're all pretty similar. I will say that Marantas themselves seem to be the most drought tolerant. They're not going to crisp up as easily. I do think they do well with, like, I don't know, filtered water or whatever, but I just give them tap water. They don't seem to care. I do get the occasional crispy edge, but I think that's usually from either underwatering or the excessive spider mites that are just always there.
I don't think my water has ever affected a Maranta as much as it has a Stromanthe or a Calathea.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Cliff, being a little noisy over there. My Stromanthe definitely is a little bit more of a slower grower compared to the Marantas. I mean, I feel like they grow like a weed. And I used to have the Orbifolia, the Calathea, but then I got thrippy. And I'm not keeping around a Calathea with thrips.
A thrippy Calathea. No.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, it was kicked to the curb real fast. But it was bringing me a lot of joy. It was putting out some good growth, like watching those leaves come in.
I will say,
it's like I've
never had one, but I bet the leaves unfurling is like a treat.
It's very satisfying, and it seemed like it was really nice and consistent with like each one being bigger than the last. And they're just so nice and shiny when they're new. I love it.
There is nothing worse than a smaller leaf, except that Monstera elbow up in that shelf. I'm gonna have to show you. It put out the tiniest leaf, but it hasn't had any fenestrated leaves, and it's this tiny little fenestrated leaf. It's so cute.
Remember my old one that I got? You were like, how is it that small? It was literally smaller than my hand, and it had fenestrations and all. And
it's like literally this big. It's tiny.
So cute. It's almost not real. They definitely, okay, how do you feel about the whole pebble tray? Let's just get that out of the way.
I think that with Calatheas it does help, but I think that's like quite literally the only plant that it makes a nominal difference for.
Mm-hmm. Maybe under a fern or something.
Yeah, like it's not going to make a huge difference, but I think with Calatheas it like just pushes the inevitable a little farther back.
And I will say it is like I don't mist for humidity. I mist for the mites because the spider mites thrive on a nice dry dusty plant. So if I just give it a nice good spray down, usually it gets a little better.
That honestly is something that I should probably start misting my plants only for the mites because
it slows them down. It's shocking. I do it on a lot of the plants. Even today, I just brought a ton of plants to the sink and just hoses them down with water.
Use that stupid hose in our sink. It disconnects every time and then it floods the counter and below. It's a nightmare.
That's annoying.
You can't even like touch the thing. If you put it down even like remotely too fast, like you have to go like, okay, we're putting it back in the sink. Just leaks everywhere.
I do want to try some more Calatheas. I'm getting the itch just talking about them. But like the good itch.
Yeah, I don't think that's a itch that I will be itching anytime soon.
Will say I definitely wouldn't be putting these guys in a dark corner. I mean, not that they're a highlight plant by any means, but I always have them either near grow light or like under a window.
Well, the TrioStar Stromanthe, like it for me, it only does well when it is in direct sunlight outside. Really? That's the only time it thrives.
Boo.
It's a nightmare.
Is yours still in a terracotta pot?
It's in a glazed terracotta pot, so technically yes, but no.
Yeah, because I'm like, I would not. I did have, like, I bought one off Facebook Marketplace, my big, like, lemon lime Maranta that died from underwatering because I put it upstairs. So lame. That was one that it was in terracotta, and I was like, oh my God, this is drying out so goddamn fast. I cannot keep up because, like, I just can't do the porous pots on those thirsty plants. Can't do it.
I don't know how anyone does that.
If you're strictly terracotta, you must be watering your plants so damn much because I just watered this Monstera that's in terracotta for some reason that I still have, and
I will say Thai Constellations in terracotta, that's a life hack.
Life hack?
Because, they root rot so easy.
I guess.
But that's it.
Mine's in Leca just sitting in water all the time. There are some, like, nasty roots I got to pull off. But I got to repot mine in general. It's been years now, and it's still in the same pot. It's just, I'm going to have to cut it off. It's not good. So, a lot of roots. I will say after I cut mine back, though, it got a lot splashier, and I'm really excited about that.
Oh.
We love that. I do, like I just mentioned a little bit earlier, I just tend to repot these guys a little bit more regularly. I mean, if it's a thirsty plant in general, I don't think you want it to be in too small of a pot. You're going to be watering it so much.
It's a nightmare. I have like so many plants that are like in small pots, and they've become to the point where they technically probably should be watered every 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't have time for you, nor do I have enough soil to repot you all.
It's not good. So don't be afraid to upsize the pot a little bit. I actually haven't tried any prayer plant in leca or pon. I don't think. I mean, they would be fine, I'm sure, but
Yeah, it'd just be a nightmare. You could probably do cuttings.
yeah, I would do cuttings because they all have pretty thin roots
Yeah.
that would be really hard to clean
Just
off.
Destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
shredded.
But thankfully, especially Marantas, they prop so easy in water. I just love cutting them. It's my favorite. And they do acclimate like to the pot of dirt pretty easily too after you
Yeah.
get some water roots.
Usually I can just I usually don't even need to water root. I usually just stick it straight in the soil, water it.
You do that
boom.
with so many plants, but I can't because I let the plant dry out then. Too
Yeah,
much.
I've pulled back at doing it because I've gotten bad.
Mm-hmm.
But also I think it's seasonal depression. I don't have time.
Yeah, I don't have a brain right now anyways because I'm sure if y'all saw on my Instagram, there's no meds. Adderall shortage. Let's complain about that.
Oh my God. And if it's not a shortage, it's a dilution.
Yeah, they're diluting them. They're trying to spread out all they have.
Mine haven't been working as well since like November, December, January, and February didn't really work. But my most recent one, and you know how I figured out it was working again? I was clenching my jaw super bad. And I was like, oh my God, this only happens when I get reacclimated to my dose.
Magnesium can help with that.
I take magnesium.
Well,
Although I do forget sometimes because you have to take it at night when you don't have food.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I forget to take my nighttime suppies.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think we talked about humidity, repotting, propagation, watering them, sunlight.
Piss.
What the hell are you talking about?
I was trying to say pests in a weird...
This. Yeah, I mean, they are spider mite magnets, but they will get anything else, let me tell you. I mean, mealybugs hiding up in those crevices.
Oh my God, remember when...
Horrible.
Remember when Sam moved here? Or no, it was when she moved into her new apartment. That's when she moved here. But then she like posted on next door and was like, hey, if anyone has plants in the neighborhood, I'll take them off your hands. And then someone gave her this gorgeous Maranta. It was huge. Mealybug City. There were at least 1,000 on there. She ended up throwing the whole thing away. It was
nasty.
But she also didn't notice it right away because they were all hiding. And then they all like emerged and it was like covered.
Ever since I found out that the male mealybugs can fly.
What? Oh, no. That gave me a full body reaction. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They can fly. They'll just take off. Like, people say that when they are trying to like fight their mealybugs, they'll like see some of them take off.
I would burn the house down. I'd be like, Brenna, I think you better have insurance because this house is going down. I will go to jail. I don't care. I can't. Oh my God. Oh no.
Only the adult males.
What do their wings look like? Are they like butterfly wings?
Oh, ew. Yeah, they kind of look. Ugh. That's scary.
What is that?
It's a horse.
I don't like that at all.
Ew, gross. It still has the like, those like back little like, the little tail. The little like 2 white tails.
Oh my God. Why do they look so different? Oh my God. Okay, well, at least they don't completely look like a mealybug.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a flying mealybug. It looks like just a flying insect in general. But so apparently, if you're fighting your mealybugs, apparently you should put out some sticky traps.
Because I did see like on some sticky traps, they were like mealybugs, and I was like, "What is that?" Like, I'm like, "What are they going to do? Crawl up there?" Oh my God, I didn't know that. unleashes like an entire level of horror I never knew I had. Oh God.
Ooh, the egg mass. Yeah, I'm looking at the little life cycle. Is that the like when we see the egg mass, the big clump of like cotton looking thing?
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh no.
The adult females are usually the big fuzzy fucks that we see.
So then what are all these girlies doing on these plants?
I don't know, they're looking for a man.
Aren't we all?
Looking for a man.
Oh, I hate that. Oh.
So yeah, they can pretty much get any pest, including flying mealybugs. Yum. Delicious.
Next thing you know, you're going to tell me they bite humans. I'm like, I've had
I
enough
don't
of this.
know. I don't think so. I'd rather not know. I think I also learned that information against my will. So, had to do it to you. Ooh. Okay, you know what? Also, this is a big aside, but still plant related. I really feel like I'm going to get into the orchids because people just keep showing off these cute little orchids.
Well, the fact that Orchids Unlimited is now like appointment only, the inconvenience of making an appointment. Wait, or did you say they were reopening?
They're not. Or are
they fully closing?
Because they had to close because of like shipping, because like it was just crazy around the US, like with the weather. They just put out some appointments for like that weekend, and that was it. They're not by appointment only. I was really pissed off that people got to go, and I'm like, I work on the weekends, I can't go. So I was really depressed that I couldn't go and explore. I feel like we could hit them up and be like, hey, we plan podcasts. Can we come say hello?
Maybe we should. Again, we need to use our influence.
Yeah, we need to act like we're big deals, you know?
Because we are.
No, we're not.
We're medium deals.
I love being a medium deal.
We're not Black Friday. We're the couple days before.
We're in that nice little, like, I don't know. We could be Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
So we're cyber sisters. No, but someone had posted on the ping group that they had this cute little mini orchid with their ping on it. And I was like, oh, that is so cute. I posted it on my story. Where did these screenshots go? Did I really delete them? No. Okay. He didn't post a good full picture, but you can see the orchid is there with its flowers. Ooh. And the ping is down there with its cute little like red flower.
I've never seen a red flowered. Oh my God, that's so cute. Yeah,
it's the Lawiana red. It's a California carnivorous hybrid. I think that's how I say it, Lawiana. I sound so carnivorous fancy. I actually was, because I got paid yesterday or something. I was kind of looking on I really need to not be buying pings. I just need to go pick through your collection.
Oh yeah, we need to do that before you leave. We got to go scoop them out. Scoop.
But I'm like, I want some pings. Oh, okay. But someone I saw this online, and then I saw that Blake Pings and Things had posted that one of his wish list pings just became available. This Gigantea red, $80. $80.
I have a Gigantea something else.
Yeah, I'm like, I just have a Gigantea. Usually when they talk about the other colors of the Gigantea, it's with the like flower, but this one actually turns red like when you sun stress it a little bit, because the other one's just plain green. And I'm like, shit, that would be cool. But $80, not that cool. But I think if I do order next, I'm going to do Rainbow Carnivorous Plants again, or Curious Plant, because Rainbow Carnivorous Plant sends a little freebie. And I want a freebie.
And nothing says I will spend more money than I need to if you include something for free.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they always do every time guaranteed. I'm like, I love that. I will be returning customer. Thank you.
I've been in the mood to order plants. I've been like thinking about it, and I've been like looking. I'm like, ugh.
I've been itching. Well, this is why we got to do our next. So, one of our next episodes, y'all, is going to be our next plant venture, and we're going to go big box store shopping. Because what we need to do is we're going to do 3. I already planned this. At least 3, if not 4, if you want to go to a Cub. But we're going to do a Walmart.
I will say a Cub. I've had success with like this Cub by me. I've had some good finds.
We're going to do a Walmart, a Lowe's, and a Home Depot. Is what we're going to do, and maybe a Cub. But yeah, it'll be at least 3 or 4 stores, and we're going to try and do some shopping and see what we can find. Because, agnata, scented flower, scented pink flower. Delicious.
Delicious.
Ooh, baby Medusa. I'm just ping shopping now. Completely off the prayer plants. Delicious. That must be the one you have, Lawiana emerginata.
Yes, I do have that one.
Because is it nice and like purple like that? Those,
yeah, the edges.
Maybe you should label them.
They are labeled.
They are?
Yeah.
Mine aren't.
The ones you gave me aren't. All the other ones are.
Well, because a lot of mine, they don't show up labeled. When I bought them off Etsy the first time, they were
like,
labeled.
Here's your cluster.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I don't know what these are. It's hard to tell. A lot of them have a lot of the same shape, and you can't tell unless it's actually flowering. And a lot of mine still aren't at their flowering maturity. Boo. Boo-hoo.
Boo on you, little pingies.
Do you want to pull up our review?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to read 2 because we actually have quite a few to catch up on.
Okay.
And I don't know if I read this one or not because it was the 28th of December. But I don't think I read this. Anyway, so the first review is from Momonique24.
Hi.
My favorite, ! is the title. I'm literally obsessed with this podcast. Brandon and Nicole crack me up. And everyone at work glares at me. I don't care. Because I feel like I'm hanging out with my best planty friends. I scream when the new episodes come out. Okay, we for sure haven't read that. So we're just we'll do one more just to keep up, you know. The second one is from Lynn 0008. This one's
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Okay, I don't know if I can see the full title, but it says, you keep saying write a mean review. That's what I can read. And this is ...
Oh, no.
This isn't it. I love the show. It gets it gets me through their work 24/7. I have binged it on both Spotify and Apple. Can y'all do another plant shopping episode? Oh, we will, baby. What to look for, what to do when you bring a plant home, etc. Love you, love Cease, love all your guests. Oh, that was so sweet. But also, that wasn't mean enough. This isn't it.
This isn't it.
But then a bunch of compliments.
Oh my God. I love that, y'all. I can't believe y'all are getting paid to listen to us at work. You're doing it right.
We're not getting paid for this. At least someone is.
Someday. If we keep up with it, someone will want to pay us. Anyways, where can people find you on the interwebs? Brandon.
You can find me at brandonbotanical.com is my website with all my links. But if you want to search me directly, it's Brandon Botanical on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest at Nicole Larson Grows. Come see us at PlantCon in May. May, if you're in Houston.
18th to 21st, I believe.
It's one of those days. We'll see you there. We'll see you soon.
More info coming soon.
Bye.
Bye.